Hi, all. Dr. Brenda Slovin here from yourmigrainedoctor.com. Childhood migraines are a serious problem in this country, but they exist with different symptoms than we see as adults. Children who suffer from migraines might actually be doing so as a result of a food allergy and or a sensitivity to dairy. Many years ago, a friend of mine had a 1-year-old son who was diagnosed with a dairy allergy. For the next 5 years, this little boy was taken off of dairy and he lived very happy as a little toddler. And by the age of 6, his allergist suddenly proclaimed that he no longer had a dairy allergy and he could eat as much ice cream as his sweet little heart desired. I was skeptical, but I stayed in the background. I didn't comment. But the next thing I knew is that there were pictures all over social media of the 6-year-old slurping down 10 different scoops of ice cream so he could figure out which one he liked best. I was no longer content being quiet. This was a huge injustice to this child. Why? Because I know better than most how dairy can affect the body, and I knew that this kid was going to grow up to be a very sick teenager. Even with a normal RAS test or a normal allergy test, you could still be allergic to dairy. So then it happened. Dad, who's an old friend of mine who's obese and not very good health, came to me with a couple of concerns because his stools weren't right. He was either gassy and constipated for days on end, and when he finally did go, it was like a yellow diarrhea. So whether or not he took him off dairy again, I don't know. But they really hoped that the research and the information I gave them, they took them to heart. Food allergies can make life hell on earth. It can cause vomiting, stomach aches, nausea, shortness of breath, migraine headaches and regular headaches, leaky gut, tongue swelling, eczema and psoriasis, and so much more. Unfortunately, tests, skin tests, blood tests, patch tests, they're not always accurate. Food allergies can go undiagnosed for years and years and years and years before you finally figure out what's causing your body's dysfunction. Offending dairy in this country is like offending somebody's political beliefs or their religious beliefs. It causes an uproar. But the stuff that you're putting in your body is also causing an uproar. We give it to our kids in gallons. But let's be clear, dairy products have not been linked to decrease fractures. Civilizations that don't eat dairy have some of the lowest rates of osteoporosis. Calcium isn't perfect. Vitamin D seems to be more necessary to bone health than calcium, and studies show that excessive calcium may lead to actually some forms of cancer. Supplemental calcium is better than dairy when helping to reduce the risk of cancer. About 75% of the US population is actually lactose intolerant. Dairy exacerbates irritable bowel. So, what are your options if your child suffers from migraines? Reduce dairy. Childhood migraines are terrible for both the parent and for the child. Putting the research together, it's really clear that food allergies, especially to dairy, might be at the core of your child's migraine. It's time to take the first step. It's time to take a try, at least try this. If you found the information in this video helpful, great. Please go ahead, like it, tag a friend, share the information. You could be helping somebody more than you know. And I'm Dr. Brenda Slovin from yourmigrainedoctor.com. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye-bye.